Welcome to Spectrum of Innovation. Hello, I'm Gabriela Venturo, and this is our second special edition of Spectrum of Innovation. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, this is our stay-at-home episode of your trusted news and information source for Riverside County. You can find us on Rivco TV, Temecula and Murrieta Community Access channels, YouTube, all social media platforms, and our website, spectrumofinnovation.org. Even though you're only seeing me right now, there is actually a whole team of people working remotely behind the scenes to get this show ready, coordinating Zoom calls, writing, producing, production, post-production, and even delivering the equipment to my living room. All while practicing social distance, of course, so we can bring you the information you need to know. Today's show has special guests joining us, such as Riverside County Supervisor Chuck Washington, and we have impactful stories how COVID-19 is affecting education, groceries, and restaurants, with some good to know too for these uncertain times. First, we want to delve into the grocery situation as it stands now. Stay-at-home orders in most places across the U.S. have caused grocery sales to increase 73% because so many people are now eating in. In addition, as we know, there's been a run on essentials, and grocery shoppers are still seeing empty shelves in certain sections of the store. We look into what's affecting the supply chain, as well as some grocery store alternatives.
Family-owned Barron's Market operates 9 stores in Southern California, with 4 of those in Riverside County. They, like all grocers, have been affected by COVID-19.
Was Barron's at all prepared for the rush of buying that happened when everything came down?
That's an easy question. And initially, no. I do want to say that there's plenty of food. There's plenty of food. And when this happened, that immediate stress on the distributor and on the grocery stores, we got that, we felt that. And that really was only because at the beginning, people were started hoarding items and bought way more than they needed. At the very beginning, a challenge that the distributors had, which we had never dealt with before, was when they were loading the trucks, because to fill these huge orders, the trucks were not able to pass the weigh station. So trucks were being turned around back to the distributor to unload some of that weight. Now that things have calmed down a little bit, the supply chain is moving a lot smoother and easier. Probably starting a week and a half ago, we were about 95% stocked. I would say this week we're looking at about 98% stocked.
Do you know when other stores are going to start having more shelves? The last time I went into a store, I still saw some empty shelves in some areas.
To be honest, I went to a few other stores just because I had to pick up some things, and I was really, really, really surprised and confused why these stores were not fully stocked. And I don't understand why that is. And these are national companies. National companies that are doing it right, I would say, is Costco. Costco has been doing a wonderful job. You could tell that they're really trying to get as much product as possible. Being a smaller company, we can react quicker and be very flexible. What I think has been helpful is we directly went to restaurant suppliers and said, okay, we know you're not supplying restaurants because of the stay-at-home order, but what can we buy from you? And to be able to pivot so quickly and get all that product that they're trying to unload directly to the customer, that has been awesome.
Likewise, restaurants are putting the supplies they obtain to good use. Lazy Dog Restaurant is selling $40 home essentials kits. Panera Bread recently announced they're selling fresh groceries, and Burger Lounge has their corner store market where customers can buy bleach along with produce and other grocery items. Southwest Traders is now retailing groceries to the public, and the Batter Up Bakery is selling a variety of grocery products alongside their delicious desserts.
We had tons of flours and sugar and powdered sugar and eggs and butter, so we thought, why not sell to the public? We just want to do something for the community and get some of the things that some folks can't get right now.
People will probably be buying more than the usual amount of groceries, but thinking and shopping outside the box should help everyone find what they need.
It's good to know that there are so many options for purchasing grocery essentials, but many people wonder about safety issues once they bring the groceries into their homes. But no need to worry. Experts say that out of the 1 million cases of COVID-19 worldwide, there have not been any from contaminated food. The best thing to do is unload your groceries on a cleanable surface, then wipe that surface down with an alcohol-based cleaning spray after everything has been put away. If you want more grocery safety tips, check out our website. Now it's time for our Need to Know segment, where we bring you up to date on current Riverside County news and information. Since March, Riverside County has been under a shelter-in-place order, and on April 4th, Public Health Officer Dr. Cameron Kaiser announced that all residents of Riverside County are required to cover their nose and mouth when leaving home, and all gatherings are prohibited except for family members living in the same residence. The Department of Public Health states these orders are in place to make sure everyone is doing their part to help flatten the curve. Many small businesses and nonprofits struggling with COVID-19 stay-at-home orders have some respite now that Congress has passed the Coronavirus Aid Relief and Economic Security Act, referred to as the CARES Act. It includes several programs that may help businesses through this crisis. After the show, head over to our website, where we will have a link to the Small Business Association. Government leaders have been working hard to provide updates on federal, state, and county mandates, as well as information on housing assistance, food bank donations, and volunteer opportunities. They are also updating us with business resources to keep economic development moving in the right direction. Our executive producer, Diane Strand, Zoom interviewed Supervisor Chuck Washington from Riverside County's 3rd District to get his insight on how COVID-19 is affecting Riverside County.
Thank you for being here. We have some questions for you so we can all stay in the know. So how do you feel the county is keeping up with the consistent changes of COVID-19?
I've been very impressed, and someone who spent nearly 7 years active duty military, I know about readiness, and I know about what it takes to ramp up. Counties are on the front line of this fight to keep people safe, to keep people alive, and me and my team, we're working hard to try to provide people with the resources that help them do that. Food banks, I'm just amazed at what folks are doing out there. I mean, it really is, it's inspiring. We have food pantries that are going out, delivering meals. We have folks that are getting meals from the senior centers and delivering them.
How is the county supporting businesses to help them stay afloat?
We do at the county level have a service that provides some sort of temporary relief for folks. We've had an economic development agency for many years, and they have resources. They can step people through the process for applications for these quick loans or paycheck protection plans. I would just encourage people to go to our website, the county's website, and look for SBDC or Economic Development Agency, or even call my office, 955-1030. And I know it's arduous, but we have people that can help.
How is our healthcare facilities holding up during this?
Very good. We're getting the federal medical sites, FMS, built up, and they're starting to put those together now. And we're using large spaces that are available to us that may have not been available previously. The county is searching around for locations where we can add, 400 or 500, maybe even 1,000 beds that we can up our surge capacity.
What advice do you want to give the residents during this time of uncertainty?
I know it's hard. It's hard not being with family all the time. It's hard not being with friends. It's hard not being able to go out and socialize. They will come back. I know they will come back. But what we want to guard against is doing the coming back part too quickly, that we endanger members of our family, members of our friends, our neighbors. We just have to be strong and be patient. And I think if we all do this together, we'll get to that time point where we can come back much sooner than if we're only participating halfway. And we can, like the turtle, stick our head out a little bit out of the shell and see what's going on around us. I'm hopeful. Yeah, we've adopted a motto in our emergency operations center. It's, we're one county, one team, with one fight. We're doing this together, and I think we'll see good results if we stick with it. Till this is behind us.
One county, one team, one fight.
One county, one team, one fight.
We are one county.
One county.
One county.
One county. One team.
One team.
One team.
One team. One fight.
One fight.
One fight.
One fight.
We are one county, one team, and this is one fight.
It's good to know that county leaders are working hard to keep us safe. For general information regarding COVID-19, you can call 211 or 1-800-CDC-INFO, and we have links to county services on our website. Another big change we are all trying to adjust to is the closure of bars, wineries, and breweries that do not serve food. Restaurants can still offer customers takeout and delivery options as long as proper precautions are taken that abide by the social distancing guidelines. Thankfully, community support is strong, but restaurant owners are still needing to shift their operation strategies to further accommodate customers. Fine dining has turned into drive-thru, and fast casual has transformed into grill-to-go options. Restaurants are coming up with creative solutions just to get by. Intaza Coffee in Murrieta, which is dine-in only, made a drive-thru to accommodate customers who wish to stay in their cars. Their full menu is still available. Check their website for hours. Finch in Wildomar is also offering a 3-course meal so that customers can enjoy date night at home. A new menu is released every week, and food is available for curbside pickup. Honeycutt Farms in Murrieta is offering their full menu, including burgers, sandwiches, salads, and of course, their famous honey glazed hams. Most delivery services are accommodating customers, putting safety first. DoorDash announced they have tens of thousands of gloves and bottles of hand sanitizer that is available to their employees for free, and their default delivery drop-off option is contact-free. Uber Eats is also offering contactless delivery and encouraging customers to eat local. The company has waived delivery fees for independently owned establishments. You can also support restaurants and businesses by picking up gift cards for future use or give them as a gift. Adaptability and compassion in the face of adversity lay at the heart of Riverside County. Our local restaurant owners have risen to meet this crisis head-on. If able, keep showing appreciation with patronage and tips for the delivery drivers. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, all schools throughout Riverside County are closed until June 19th. We bring you this special report with a look into how educators, administrators, and students are adjusting to distance learning.
Today I have with me Crystal Fielstra, who is the 11th grade assistant principal at Chaparral High School, joining me via Zoom. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me. Speaking for Chaparral, we've been humbled by the overwhelmingly positive responses from our community. I hear from our district-wide admin team that this is the case across Temecula Valley. We have 32 schools, and we see them as a safe place, a community and an identity for our students, a second home for many of them, for 25,000 students and almost 3,000 employees. So this has been a big change impacting a lot of people in our valley. Students are able to receive the grades that they had on March 13th, but we don't want them to fall behind and the learning continues on virtually. Our teachers have set up Google Classrooms and are currently providing learning to keep our students advancing in their education. Our teachers are providing that sense of normalcy for our students, even if it's in a new format. And from a parent perspective, I've just been absolutely impressed with the quality of instruction all three of my children are receiving at all those different levels online. And I can relate to the turmoil and the upheaval of routines that families are navigating. Personally, I don't know what the future of education may hold, but I know that our families can rest assured that our TVUSD teachers are ready to rise to any challenge and will fight fiercely to provide all our students with the best education possible.
What impact do you feel COVID-19 has had on graduating seniors and possibly incoming seniors as juniors right now?
It's more so our juniors that are stressed out too, that they were supposed to take the SAT test. That requirement for admissions, they're suspending it, so it's not going to hinder the requirements as far as application requirements. Some of the families that are affected by COVID-19, may it be a parent lost a job or a business owner lost income, then there are measures in place to reconsider their income and to help them actually increase their financial aid offer and receive more funding than less.
So what advice would you give to a student who has been affected by this, who's a senior, who's a junior?
The top advice I would give for seniors right now is that you're okay. All your hard work, your SAT, ACTs are done. The only thing that they have to stress out about right now is with COVID-19 is, do they want to submit the student intent to register May 1st, or do they want to take advantage of the extension they're given and not accept it until June or July? Those families out there that have questions, I'm offering a free online, it's through Zoom or FaceTime, whichever method, online method they have, to do a one-on-one with me, to just answer those crucial questions that is stressing them out and they don't know how to solve it. Because honestly, there's a lot of information on the internet and it's not all correct.
Yes, times are uncertain, but many educators are going above and beyond to reach out to students to provide guidance, resources, and support. There is no denying the hard work our teachers do every day. And with distance learning being the new norm, everyone has some learning to do. Thankfully, we live in a world where technology is an integral part of our everyday lives. We will have to wait and see if distance learning has a positive impact on education for future generations to come. It is great to see all the efforts being made. A big thank you to all the educators out there. Enjoying local entertainment at your favorite establishment is currently not an option. What is an inconvenience for most of us can be life-changing for local entertainers. We spoke with a few of our Riverside County popular local musicians about some of the innovative ways they have found to keep performing. COVID-19 has ushered in social distancing guidelines that have changed the way we interact. Clubs have been forced to shut down, ending nightlife as we know it, and Riverside County musicians were quick to feel the impact.
What have you been doing since the clubs shut down, and how are you paying the bills?
Yeah, so what I've done since the bar shut down to pay my bills is play some online concerts using virtual tip jars and stuff like that, as well as apply for a grant through the grants, which I did receive $1,000 for.
A lot of my big events were canceled, so I have shifted gears from live production to virtual production in the studio and working with a couple of local artists and national artists, producing records and helping them with songwriting, things like that.
How do you make money live streaming?
Zelle through their banks, Venmo, and StageIt also has a feature where you can do a live show and the money flows through that app. So yeah, just online apps.
While Tim and Mickey needed to earn a living, it was important for them to give back during this crisis.
The people where I did the cul-de-sac concert, that was supposed to be a private house party that had already been arranged. It got canceled, obviously, but then we came up with this idea of just everybody in their neighborhood just getting up their lawn chairs.
Wow.
Every Tuesday I do this to give to. Last Tuesday I did the local restaurants and Loma Linda University. This next Tuesday I'll be doing the local Family Outreach Murrieta Food Pantry. We raised almost $1,000. I was just so surprised by the outpouring of generosity from people that were watching.
When state guidelines forced Mad Mike's to end open mic night, Brad Landon had an idea. Why not do an open mic online?
Open But Distant Mic is a Facebook group. It's a public group. The root purpose of it is to live stream open mic, an open mic format, born out of the Monday open mic at Mad Mike's. So I created this group and I invited all of our friends to join it from Mad Mike's. And we went from 50 members to now we're close to 2,000 members and growing with members all over the world. During the week, if we're not having a special event on the page, anybody can go on. We're talking about adding a pros open mic night. You know, the sky's the limit.
Now, will all of this continue after quarantine?
This has become such a big and beautiful group with so many talented people all over the world that we're hoping to live stream from Mad Mike on Mondays and continue the page with Brad's help.
Have there been any other positives from all of this?
There's always something positive to look forward to, even in the darkest times. I know it's been a time of uncertainty, definitely for everyone, but it's also been a time of unity.
Whether it's a serenade from an Italian balcony or a rock concert in a Riverside County cul-de-sac, music crosses all barriers. Musicians near and far are sharing their music and making connections born of isolation.
Thank you guys very much.
There you have it. Necessity is truly the mother of invention. Check out our website for links to access all that great music and other related information. We are all looking for ideas to keep the kids busy while staying at home, and crafts are a good way to go. Throw a little science into the mix, and you can include some learning too. Lava lamps are mesmerizing with their colorful bubbles, but did you know you can make your own using simple household materials? Creative designer Hannah Davis is on Zoom to show our backstage director, Addie Elias, and SOI team member Connor Winters how to do this fun project.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and that's Addie, and this is Connor, and today we are going to be making homemade lava lamps. So the first thing we're going to need is a bottle or a flask that has a top on it that you could remove. And then we're gonna need vegetable oil, water, Alka-Seltzer Plus, and your food coloring. So our first step that we're gonna do is we're gonna fill our bottle 3/4 of the way with our vegetable oil. Okay, so now that we added our vegetable oil, we will be adding the rest of the way, we're gonna add our water. So you can fill yours all the way to the top, but give yourself a little bit of room. Okay, so now we're gonna be adding our food coloring. And so you can add about 10 drops in, as much as you'd like. You can add less or more depending on the color that you want to get.
And this is also when you could add like sparkles or glitter or anything you guys have available to you.
Okay, so now that we have our drops in there, we're gonna go ahead and add our Alka-Seltzer Plus tablets and go ahead and break those up into a few pieces. And you want to add these all one at a time so that it doesn't overflow or anything, just to make it clean. It should create bubbles. And we're gonna be adding both tablets to our bottle, which comes in these packs. The bubbles will just last you a little while, but you can always add more Alka-Seltzer tablets to keep the bubbles going.
This is so fun. I'm gonna make more.
Go for it.
That is so cool. I'm going to have to give it a whirl myself later. You can go to our website for the instructions as well as a more in-depth explanation of the science that makes this project work. Now it's time for our Good to Know, where we share community events. Things might look a little different right now, but Riverside County is finding many ways to keep productive, stay entertained, and give back to the community. We here at JDS Creative Academy joined other local businesses and residents who have stepped up to ease the strain caused by COVID-19. 2 of our employees, Hannah Davis and Addie Olias, sewed over 100 cloth masks that were donated to Rancho Springs Medical Center, senior centers, and other businesses and recipients, including JDS staff and job training participants. They are still sewing. The Red Cross is alerting that blood donations are very much needed to ensure a stable supply throughout the pandemic. To help answer that need, JDS Creative Academy is hosting a blood drive April 29th, May 7th, and May 21st. You can make an appointment through Livestream Blood Bank. Go to lstream.org/JDS. This challenging time can present an overload of feelings, especially to those who have lost a loved one to the virus. Holistic Care Hospice is hosting a free 6-week online series for COVID grief support. Classes just started Tuesday, and you can register by emailing meeting@holisticcarehospice.org. Thankfully, despite our current circumstances, good deeds are still happening in the community. To help me share some good news, I have Erin Perris here with me via Zoom. Take it away, Erin.
Thanks, Gabby. I'm happy to be here. Another local business that has contributed to the community is VCA California veterinary specialist Murrieta, who recently received a new ventilator for their practice due to shortage of ventilators. Their medical director decided to donate this brand new life-saving equipment to Temecula Valley Hospital. We have great news for local shelter animals. Most of Riverside County's adoptable pets have found new homes. With stay-at-home orders in place, many residents now have the time needed to introduce a new family member to their household. Our educators out there are missing their students more than ever due to the closure of schools. Nationwide, we have seen teachers and faculty members parade through their students' neighborhoods to show some love, while of course abiding by the 6 feet rule. Signs are made, horns are honked, and cheers spread, all in the attempt to give students a break from reality. We have seen the community come together in a variety of ways. Facebook is often filled with complaints and drama, but lately there have been unity and sharing of good deeds. Here are a few of the heartwarming posts we have seen. One mom wishes to keep the tradition of the Pledge of the Allegiance in her home to thank our military, especially in these trying times. Our essential workers are truly the front line of this pandemic. Community members are making sure healthcare workers are receiving recognition. These 2 kids are showing their appreciation through handmade signs. JDS Creative Academy isn't the only one making masks. These 2 put together 100 masks and made such an impact, NBC News shed light on their good deed. Mark said he didn't mind us sharing his story, as long as he didn't have to do another interview. As if grocery store workers weren't doing enough, this store manager from Stater Brothers in Wildomar offered to buy and deliver groceries to neighbors in need of essential supplies. Another good piece of news we found on Facebook was about Texas Roadhouse. Let's send it back to Gabriella with more.
Thanks, Erin. As many restaurants face economic hardships due to COVID-19, Texas Roadhouse owner, CEO Kent Taylor's first thought was to protect his employees with an innovative approach. Taylor donated his salary for the rest of the year to pay his employees who are still working hard to feed customers nationwide. I have with me Macy Taylor, who is the marketing coach, here with me on Zoom to hear how this generous donation has affected not only her, but also all of the stores that she supports. How are you doing?
Hi, Gabby. I'm great. How are you doing today?
Great. Love the get up. You're full
Thank you.
PPE. Great. So when did Kent Taylor make this decision, and what were your first thoughts?
You know, as soon as it became evident that the pandemic was going to affect our employees across the country, Kent started thinking about how he was going to step in and help. And as, you know, a Texas Roadhouse employee myself, I know seeing that Kent did it for really the right reasons, not for media coverage, but because he does consider Texas Roadhouse to be his family, is what really gives me the chills and inspires me. I've worked for Texas Roadhouse for nearly 12 years, and we've always said the Texas Roadhouse family, and he really put his money where his mouth was. So that's really inspiring to see, and I know it gives us hope in a time that's sometimes seemingly hopeless. So we're very happy to be able to share that good message.
Menifee is a small town and home to one of the Texas Roadhouse. How have you seen this community come together to further support Roadhouse in these crazy times?
Yeah, our Texas Roadhouse in Menifee has always made it a point to be a part of the community. Since they opened, they've been a community partner to Menifee and Temecula, as well as the surrounding towns. And the town really stepped up and gave back to us during this time. We have seen incredible amounts of guests coming out for curbside to go, ready to grill steaks, and family packs. So they're ready to support us as we've supported them, which is really inspiring to see.
So you got a little setup behind you, so let's get into that and tell us how Roadhouse is accommodating customers during this crisis.
Perfect. Yes, we have curbside to go, which could entail family packs, our regular menu, as well as ready to grill steaks, which we have pictured here. So you actually will order on the mobile app if you go ahead and download that, or at togo.texasroadhouse.com, or you can call ahead to place your order. At that point, you'll be given a quote time and then come on in to pick it up. We have back behind me a tent here that shows you exactly where our roadies will be set up ready to serve you. They'll then direct our guests into a parking spot right behind me here, which at that point we'll know whether or not you did place that order ahead, or if you need a server to approach your vehicle as well, because we can do that too. The whole time maintaining service with heart while being 6 feet apart.
I love their motto through this, truly an example of community support. It seems like we are all going a little stir-crazy through this, but I know I'm not the only one who is marking their calendar and putting events down that I plan to attend once orders are lifted. An event I was looking forward to was JDS Creative Academy's DigiFest. Thankfully, it's not canceled, it's rescheduled. Check this out.
DigiFest 2020 is still happening. Mark your calendars. August 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd. Immersive digital exhibits, exciting industry speakers, in-depth workshops, competition screenings, and awards banquet. Follow us on social media and go to digifesttemecula.org for more.
I can't wait until August. Keep an eye on our website and social media for DigiFest updates. Submissions will open for 3 weeks this summer, so if you want to create something during this downtime, get creative, Riverside County. We want to know more about the good things happening throughout the county. If you see good news, email us at soi@jdscreativeacademy.org. Thank you for watching. We plan to keep you in the know as we all get through this together. Be sure and stay connected to our social media for social updates and listen to the JDSCA training crew giving the sweet spot news on 102.5 The Vine Radio. Our whole SOI crew will be back as soon as it's safe to be all together. Until then, we will be Zoom meeting. You can find Spectrum of Innovation on TV, YouTube, all social media platforms, and our website. Follow the hashtag JDSFamily to stay in contact with us, as it's now more important than ever. From all of us at JDS Creative Academy, stay safe and healthy. Until next time, we are in this together. SOI out.